G'day folks, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3, and once again, welcome back to the Waning Moon. Now, in the previous episode, made a super boo-boo at the very end of the episode. I have gone through and, refought the boss fight, and I would have to say, the outcome that time was much better. Probably because, I knew exactly what we were doing. So, it wasn't too difficult to get all of that done. I didn't really do anything different, though. Perhaps maybe I could have experimented with this thing here, but whatever that is. But anyway, there is just a slight difference between what I mentioned in the previous episode and this one. I was going to bring all different party members, but I decided to keep Shadowheart with us because there's a lot to do with Shar in this place, so I don't want her to miss out on that if we accidentally stumble into anything related to Shar. But also, I've got the other two party members replaced, so we should be pretty good with, HP and spell slots, etc, etc. Not that that was a problem anyway, because you could have just, easily short rested. The other difference is I did succeed the perception check the second time around, so this is the thing that we're supposed to look for, the loose planks. So let's go ahead and open that, and then we'll continue our journey. So, ooh, hang on. That is exactly what we needed to find. So, is there a possibility, just wondering here guys, just wondering out loud, I wonder if there's a possibility for us to never find this because everyone in the party doesn't succeed the check? Because, it seemed like you could easily fail this. Anyway, let's have a read. The words for the attention of Dark Justiciar Natasha are written across the top of every page. This is an excerpt from the last page, morning, day 15. Simon Nowak, said Ketherick, wouldn't hold on to Moonrise Towers for long at this rate. Evening, day 18. Imani attacked me. Claimed it was unfair that the Thorms had the cushiest jobs. Night, day 22. Mark Jacobs. Benjamin Blanchett made jokes about the Thorms, especially Lord Ketherick, said he was a misery guts, weeping nutsack, and discussed exactly how his wife would have liked it. I know what Mark and Ben said was just plain awful, Lady Natasha, but they're some of my best friends, and I've never heard such talk out of them. They were upset over their wages being cut and were the drunkest I'd ever seen by midnight. I know it looks bad, but hand over heart, you've never met two gents more devoted to Our Lady, I swear it. A different, more elegant script appears beneath it. Our Lady of Loss would be proud of you, Madeline. Do not worry about Mark and Benjamin. Myself and your two gents are simply going to have a little chat. I promise. And nothing in the subsequent pages. So, my understanding of what happened here is that perhaps the owner of the bar or a bartender or something like that, this Madeline, kept this ledger and was spying on people on behalf of the Thorm family. No, I need to pick that up, so grab that. Cool, so we just need to bring that back to that guy, I forget his name now, that was sort of speaking to a dead guy, doing some kind of a ritual. But yeah, we discovered this area here, which we haven't been to, so let's just quickly have a look around, take what we can. I feel like we got a lot of torches to try and sell. Let's give us the best chance here.
Right tool will do the trick.
Alright, what do we have? Icarus Gloves. Icarus Corrosion. When the wearer deals acid damage, they also inflict noxious fumes upon the targets. I mean, it sounds very specific if you were, you know, like, perhaps maybe focused on acid-type attacks. Could be good. If we were focused on that. I say that reluctantly because I've made some very dismissive comments on certain things, which I thought, you know, is very specific, so maybe not, you know, not really that interesting. What the hell is that? Oh, okay, it's a alchemy ingredient. And yeah, a lot of people have pointed out, oh no, you know, there were things that I, you know, said in, about stuff, dismissing stuff where it was actually, like, really, really good. So...
Research notes. They describe a powerful venom extracted from a rare purple worm. Distiller Thisibald Thorm sought to create a fatal poison using the worm's gullet. He procured several parts of a worm gullet, but rinsed one in error. The poison he brewed was noxious, but not fatal. Thisibald devoted months to formulating a deadly poison with the remaining ingredients, without success. After exhaustive experimentation, he was able to make a near-deadly extract from the glands. But to complete his poison, Thisibald required one last ingredient: the petals of a corpse rose. The book's index reveals corpse roses may grow near tombs, mausoleums, and particularly redolent cadavers. Thisibald enlisted a courier from Baldur's Gate to obtain corpse rose petals and other ingredients and deliver them to a covert location. Unfortunately, a deep purple stain darkens the final page, obscuring the parcel's destination.
Okay. Investigation. Focus your eyes on the page. Mentally separate the blank ink from the purple stain. I'm gonna save our inspiration this time around, guys, purely because we only have one, and it is very likely that we will run into the courier, or at least the corpse of the courier. Or perhaps maybe we can source it elsewhere. That's what I'm thinking.
The page is a mess of dark color. The delivery's location remains a mystery.
Can we redo that, I wonder, with other characters?
Lost in thought.
Because if we can...
Research. He procured Thisibald after the petals, the book's Thisibald. Unfortunately, a deep purple stain.
Oh, and we get even better bonuses here with Gale. So, yep, we may as well. Nice. That's one way to save on our inspiration points.
Your mind separates the black from the blue, revealing the stash's location. You mark your map as a reminder. With the corpse rose petals the package contains, you might create Thisibald's purple worm poison.
So a fatal poison. Interesting. Brewed up belly glummer. It almost sounds like you could instantly kill something with it. Perhaps maybe it's a one-off use, and you know, you would have that in your back pocket if you're fighting something like super difficult. I mean, I don't really know what we would use it on. I wonder if you get experience by killing something that way, though. Again, I'm just making assumptions, though, so we'll take a look at the thing when we actually make it. If we actually make it. I sound very confident that we're going to be able to find this thing. Did I get some kind of a reading on a rustic chest or something? Maybe up this way? Let's just take a look over here. Yeah,
What's that?
got the feeling something was buried here. Okay. Back this way.
Watch how you go. It's a trap.
Alright. If only our perception worked properly in the previous episode while we were trying to look for the ledger itself. Yeah, I guess maybe, look, we didn't really know if we were going to succeed the checks with the new party members that we had, or that I had organized in the previous episode, but if we failed everything, perhaps maybe the whole sort of thing with the moon lantern, well, me forgetting about the moon lantern, maybe that was a blessing in disguise, to be honest, for us to repeat the entire thing and try to do those checks once more. I mean, I could have obviously done a quick save or something like that. What is this? Punch drunk bastard. Tippler's Rage. When you are drunk, you have advantage on attack rolls. You also create a blast with each attack, dealing 1 to 4 thunder damage for 3 meters. Weapon enchantment. +1. Main hand only. Tenacity. Okay. Interesting. Not a lot of damage, though. Is that because I'm comparing it with what Blue has? It is two-handed, isn't it? So the problem with this is that you'd need to keep some character, like, drunk constantly. I mean, I can imagine, like, perhaps maybe giving it to Karlak, you know, making her drink in the first rounds, using, you know, like a bonus action, and then, you know, attacking, and then in the next round going into frenzy. Angry drunk. Perhaps. What do we have here? On serpent venom toxin. So another recipe, I think. Would you like to know something interesting if you mix suspension of venomous fang with vitriol of Lolth's candle? Any vitriol will do. Out comes a poison. Drip, drip, drip. When in doubt with alchemy, yeah, okay. This is slightly different, actually. When in doubt with alchemy, when in need of ecstasy, when my throat clicks with scream, drip, drip, drip is what I dream. It did not work, the platinum scale plan did not work, and I hurt so badly. Serpent Fang Toxin. We'll take everything. Obviously, we do need to disarm this, so let's go ahead and do that. Speaking of disarming and lockpicking, I have actually just stashed a whole bunch of our kits away, just to give us a little bit of weight back. Not that all of that weighs too much, but still. Okay, what do we have in here? Some chests. Alchemy ingredients. Another one. Alright, So while I was sort of looking at that interaction with the research notes, what came to mind for me was how could such a huge sort of brutish looking thing sort of deal with like such intricate matters of, you know, alchemy, considering the size of his like hands and fingers and stuff. I would imagine that he wouldn't be very good at it, but anyway. Shouldn't judge a book by its cover, as they say. The Waning Moon consignments. The Waning Moon's deliveries are recorded here in a careful hand. The rear pages, however, are devoted to the distiller's personal reflections. 10 Tarsak. Father Ketheric's research begins to extend beyond Wraithwinds. Ah, yeah. So I have suspected that there's a whole family of Thorms, right? And I guess this is the previous entry in the ledger, as well as, you know, this one confirms it, that, you know, Ketheric Thorm used to live here maybe, you know, a long time ago. Did something, perhaps maybe tried to make some of his family, like, I don't know, immortal in some way, and undead perhaps, but anyway. Father Ketheric's research begins to extend beyond Wraithwind's borders. The Thorms are but collectors of coin, glory, blood, and more yet. I, however, collected which holds the most value: information. The Mason caught my eye. Straight are his steps and faithful are his words, for as long as drink does not touch his tongue. 2 drops of Blackfire whiskey and he sings his heart's true tune. He calls Father a tyrant, a coward, a traitor. He beseeches the Moon Maiden to shine upon him once more. Dangerous words. I have told Father he will surely silence the Mason and make him an example. Meanwhile, the Mason drawls his heresy. It is all I can do not to mock him to his very face. My own, 6 flame rule. My own methods used against me. The ale she fed me was poison, and by my own hand. My truth serum was all too effective. I professed the lot. The poison drinks, Malice's treatments, the interrogations, all of it. She means to reveal our schemes to the Baldur's Gate authorities, unless, of course, I grace her palm with more gold than Garen Goth could muster. Father would have my head if he knew, or worse yet, donate me to Malice. Such is my good fortune that I possess all manner of barrels. She should make a perfect fit. So, again, sorry, I'm just adding my thoughts here, but I feel like Ketheric, you know, even then ruled, and it was a bit of a tyrant. Perhaps maybe at the beginning of his, you know, the beginning of the period of his reign, and maybe the thing that I forgot the name of the boss that we just fought, the distiller. So the distiller is obviously the son or daughter, but perhaps maybe it was also sort of experimenting with the townsfolk and maybe converting them into those ghouls or whatever. That's just, again, another guess on my part. 23 Eliants, the Harpers, came too close. They poisoned Father Ketheric himself, yet he professes no ill effects. Malice insists it's a fluke. Doctor he may be, but he is no less a fool for it. Father has achieved that of which I can only dream, immortality. I have long suspected. I can guess Father's purpose, but I cannot fathom his means. Right, so what else do we have? I don't think there's really too much more in here, but
Something good here, I hope.
Oh, more of the purple worm gullet. We should take all of this. I believe that is everything. So when we come back here, what do we interact with? I guess maybe we just look at the research notes once more. And perhaps maybe we'll start tinkering around with all of this. Right. Before we continue though, I do want to just re-summon Quoth. We'll do Long Strider. And I may as well take a look at leveling up at this stage. I won't level everyone up, just the party members that we have with us. I haven't actually taken a look at the next level, so could take a while here, although it seems like all we need to do is choose a feat. So let's have a look. What do we have? If we do ability improvement, we'll get 2 abilities. I think our dex is still 1 off, right? So perhaps maybe we could take something else. Charisma increases by 1 to a maximum of 20. Is there anything that will give us an improvement on dex? Strength or dex increases by 1 to a maximum of 20. When you're prone, standing up uses significantly less movement. Your jump distance also increases by 50%. So that could be good. Though we do have that spell that would allow us to jump even further, right? And it's a ritual spell, so I don't think... It does say that it takes a level 1 spell slot, but does it actually consume it? I'm not sure. Can I replace it with something else? The problem is, Hunter's Mark is just too good to pass up. Blinds and obscures. Protect a creature from attacks. Hail of Thorns. Call forth Veil of Shadows and Silence that gives you all nearby companions a +10 bonus to stealth checks. It's a concentration spell. Maybe. Let me just have a look at the feats a little bit more. I am keen on getting Athlete, and that way, you know, we've got some improvements on our jumping ability and, you know, when we're prone, we'd be able to get up and move with more movement speed, I assume. Charger. You gain Charger, Weapon Attack, and Charger Shove? What is this? Deal more damage, charge forward, and slam your weapon into the first enemy in your way. Okay. I would say that this is to do with melee weapons, but crossbow experts, when you make crossbow attacks with melee range, we're not really using crossbows on blue. Offensive duelist. When attacked while wielding a finesse weapon you're proficient with, you can use a reaction to add your proficiency bonus to your armor class, possibly causing the attack to miss. Or when attacked, sorry. Two-weapon fighting, even if your weapons aren't light. So, Is this a way to let someone carry two-handed weapons? Yeah, actually, it specifically says that. You can use two-handed weapons even if your weapons aren't light. And you gain a +1 bonus. You cannot dual wield... Oh, hang on, no. It still says you cannot dual wield two-handed weapons. Hang on, I'm misunderstanding. While wielding a melee weapon in each hand. Gain +1 bonus to armor class while wielding a melee weapon in each hand. So, very specific weapons then that can be used. That's very confusing to me. Dungeon Delver. An advantage on perception checks made to detect hidden objects, and on saving throws made to avoid or resist traps. Resistance to damage dealt by traps. Durable. Increased constitution. Fully armored, lightly armored, lucky. Luck points. You have inexplicable luck that seems to kick in at just the right moment. You can use your luck points to gain advantage or force an enemy to redo their roll. So we are given a new resource here, I would say. And then you can spend those resources in all manner of different ways. That sounds pretty good, but... 2 maneuvers from the Battle Master. Medium Armor Master. It doesn't impose disadvantage on stealth checks. The bonus to armor class you can gain from dexterity modifier also becomes +3 instead of +2. That's pretty good, although we have come across some armor pieces that don't have any of those penalties. Mobile. Pretty interesting. Moderately armored. You gain armor proficiency with medium armor, but we already have that, right? Oh no. No, we don't. But, hang on, are we wearing medium armor or light armor? I think it's medium armor. Okay, right, I'm getting confused with these two. Strength or dexterity increases by 1. Yeah, I thought this was going to be quick, guys, but I don't think so. This is a tough choice. Gain proficiency with 4 weapons of your choice, and your strength or dex increases by 1 to maximum of 20. Proficiency bonus. Proficiency bonus is added to ability checks and saving throws against skills you're proficient in, making them more likely to succeed. It is also added to attack rolls when attacking with weapons you are proficient with, increasing your chance to hit. Why can't I choose? But this sounds pretty good to me. Select beat passives. 0 out of 0. What does that even mean? Don't I need to select a weapon? 4 weapons of your choice. I thought I would see 0 out of 4 here, but why am I not able to select anything? I'm not understanding that. Let's take a look at some of the other stuff. Advantage on saving throws to maintain concentration. Tough. Tavern Brawler, Spell Sniper. Proficiency in 3 skills of your choice. Why don't we have persuasion here? Maybe because it's already over a certain threshold or something? Might not be too bad, but... Sharpshooter. Your ranged weapon attacks do not receive penalties from high ground rules. Ranged weapon attacks with weapons you are proficient with have a -5 penalty to their attack rolls. But deal an additional 10 damage. You can toggle this on or off. Right, if you're trying to deal more damage, but then -5 penalty to their attack roll, that sounds pretty bad. Sentinel. I'm really confused, guys. So... Athlete sounds alright. Not like super great or anything like that. Heavily armored, lightly armored. But aren't we... Yeah, I really thought that we had... proficiency in medium armor already. I don't know. This looks good to me, but then I don't really know why I'm not able to select any of the weapons. Unless I'm just proficient with absolutely everything, but I doubt that that's the case. 4 weapons of your choice. Will the choice come up somewhere? Because if I select this and I'm not doing it right, I may as well go for athlete instead, because at least I'll reap the benefits of being able to jump. Yeah, jump a little bit further and then move immediately after prone. I think I'm going to do that and get rid of the jump spell. I haven't really used it very much, so let's do that. Again, trash me in the comments down below with my choices. Still surprised that we're not seeing Shadowheart gain a level, but I guess maybe she's a little bit behind for whatever reason. So, a couple more spells. Let's see. Minor Elemental. That sounds really cool. Can I take that? One more. So, gaseous form. Yeah, very interesting here, because what I'm keen about gaseous form is that you can fit through small openings. And that seems kind of interesting to me. Shadow Blade. Weave a shadowy short sword in your hand that deals 2 to 16 psychic damage. That's pretty sick. Though then it would have to become a melee combatant, right? I don't know how I feel about that. You make the attack roll with advantage. Okay. Yeah, it's an ice surface. Could be good. I think I'll take the gaseous form, though. It seems very interesting to me, and you know, there may be and may have been situations where if we had gaseous form, we could have, you know, traversed into different spots using Gale. Obviously, if he's the only one using it, then... Or perhaps maybe you can cast it on others. Hang on, let me take a look at this. Transform yourself or an ally. Yeah, okay, so we could give it to someone else for them to, you know, do the traversing. What do we take here, though? Let's see. Got one in Constitution and another one missing for Intelligence. I think we can do a straight-up ability improvement here. And we do that. Got 15 in Charisma, though. But I don't really think he needs Charisma. We can go with additional Constitution there. Before we commit, let's just double check, though. Warcaster. Gain advantage on saving throws to maintain concentration on a spell. Could be good. Learn a cantrip, and the number you need to roll a critical hit with spells is reduced by 1. That doesn't really excite me. Rituals. No. Increase an ability by 1 to a maximum of 20 and gain proficiency in that ability's saving throw. So I could bring his int up by 1 there if we're interested in getting saving throws. I think I'm gonna commit, guys, to ability improvement. I think it makes sense. We'll just do that. Oh lord, I didn't realize it was gonna take this long, so Perhaps I should have done my homework and taken a look at what our options were. One spell. I like the idea of him having something like invisibility. If we do Fog Cloud, that could also help with stealth checks, right? But it would blind ourselves as well, so I guess this is something that you wouldn't want to step into. Yeah, I was sort of trying to see if there's a way for us to cast something where it'll, you know, improve his stealth chances. Dark Shroud that heavily obscures and blinds creatures within it. Creatures cannot make ranged attacks into or out of it. Alright, I'm thinking either these two, Mirror Image or Invisibility. Invisibility could be good if we're trying to close in on a target and we are, you know, already quite far away, or if we're trying to get out of a sticky situation. This could also be good in a sticky situation, but I think this maybe has a bit more varied, you know, utility. So I'll take that, and then what spells does he have at the moment? Featherfall, Magic Missile, Sleep. What can we replace it to? Misty Step. Misty Step is a good choice, isn't it? I think we do a replacement on Charm Person and have Misty Step instead. Misty Step should be able to get us out of a sticky situation as well. Yeah, I think that's a good option there. And then in terms of feats, something that will help with stealth, although, you know, being able to get one more point in Dex would be good. Five to initiative, can't be surprised, that would be good as well. Athlete. Having one of the Battle Master abilities would be pretty cool. I don't really see anything to do with stealth. Am I blind? Could do something like that. But he already wears light armor, right? So why would I need that? I think I might do a straight up ability improvement. Sorry, after all of that. I'm not sure what to improve though. Cause does he really use int or wisdom to cast stuff? Yeah, I'm not sure. It is likely that we're going to have to respec Astarion, but I'll settle with that for now. Okay, goodness me, let's move and let's actually do stuff that we haven't actually seen or done before. One thing that I'm curious about is there seems to be yet another upper level for this place. So I believe we did see stairs that might lead further up. Maybe over here? No. Ah, here, there's a door out that way. So let's see if we can try and get there. And I also really want to take ourselves back to Moonrise Towers and to speak to one of the traders there with Astarion. Ledger's return? What? Did I just hear some kid or whatever say return the ledger?
Quite ready for you.
I'm not sure what that was.
All's well that ends. Not as bad
Almost
as it
seemed
could have.
like
Should mind my
it
step.
was following us, or maybe the ledger itself was talking. I don't suppose our summons talk ever, would they?
Living without sunlight isn't so bad, Astarion. Where I came from, we would often work exclusively under cover of darkness.
Yes, but you chose darkness. I was cast into it. The sun was banished from my life. Forbidden. And we all lust after the forbidden. Don't we?
Yep. Got the right
Can't
equipment.
keep
Let's do
me
it.
out.
What do we have in here? Just a whole bunch of moldy stuff. Bit of wine. Definitely a few more rooms up this way. Another key. Just trying to get to that key. There we go. Yeah, that's it, I think. And we have been through down there. Just trying to see if there isn't like another like upper area that we've missed. Maybe this? Is there an entranceway? No, there doesn't seem to be anything above it though, I don't think. So I think that could be the waning moon. I initially thought there would be like an underground cellar or something, but maybe not. Okay, so at this stage, like we're super close to where the portal is anyway, so we should be able to just portal our way back here to get back. I don't want to delay getting Astarion to this person. I am a little concerned about our friends, you know, in prison. Again, not entirely sure if there's some kind of a, like if it's timed or anything like that.
Is it that obvious?
Perhaps maybe I do need to save them before I progress anything further, like maybe even before I progress finding Balthazar.
Friends, right? Or one under the apple? Don't bloody feel like it all of a sudden.
Where were they? Maybe on the other side, actually. Hang on. No. I can't remember if we've spoken to these guys.
No food waiting for us. It's barbaric.
I think we have, actually. Ah, here she is. Yep. Alright. Araj. Let's do a quick save, because I have no idea what's going to happen here.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
I never thought I'd see one in real life. I read about your kind for so many years, but you are a finer specimen than any bestiary could describe. You're really a vampire. At least one of their spawn.
Oh, don't worry. We're all friends under the Absolute. I won't bite.
Oh, I'd prefer if you did. And he's yours to command. My envy is palpable.
Excuse me? He's his own person.
I'm sure he really believes that. How utterly adorable. Do you have a name, Spawn?
Astarion, but hold on.
Good. Now, Astarion, I've dreamt of being bitten by a vampire since I was a young girl.
I'm sorry, you want to be bitten?
To feel your life's blood slipping away. To dance on the edge between life and death. Yes, I want it. I'll even compensate you. A potion of legendary power that forever increases the strength of the one who consumes it. It's not for sale, but it's yours if you bite me.
I will have to decline.
Excuse me? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you're squandering it.
I gave you my answer.
Can't you talk some sense into your obstinate charge?
I'm curious about this potion, because it sounds like you would just like increase, what, strength or maybe some other ability point permanently, which could be cool. I am kind of surprised that he didn't jump to this opportunity, but I think I'll respect his decision though. I wonder if we could sort of decide to come back to the interaction and tell him to do it, but... He said no, there's nothing more to discuss.
How very disappointing.
Does she still trade with us? That's another question.
Welcome back, true soul.
Hang on. Didn't we already trade some blood for a potion? I mean, we can still do that trading. I still haven't seen any of your comments, guys, around what to potentially get. Plus, I'm kind of broke. The Thunderskin cloak seems pretty good, though. Just because we don't really have a lot of cloaks. Dazzling Echo, or Dazing Echo. When a creature with reverberation deals damage to the wearer, the creature needs to make a Constitution saving throw or become dazed. I need to figure out who manages to cast or manage to apply reverberation. Ring of free action. Ignore the effects of difficult terrain and cannot be paralyzed or restrained. Okay. Risky ring. Advantage on attack rolls. Disadvantage on saving throws. Each time they dash, the wearer gains arcane charge. Storm Scion. Arcane Acuity. Again. Still not entirely sure on this front.
Come back anytime.
I mean, that potion sounded really, really tempting. Plus, I don't know, perhaps maybe if he did bite her, maybe there was more to that quest. Possibly. I'm just trying to look for the entrance to the dungeon. It should be just through here.
Better not be cursed.
Alright. Punish the wicked. Give the ledger to he who was... Yep, I will do that, but I think we should maybe just check on Wulbren.
It's only a matter of time till we're served up to the necromancer.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a quick save here,
Damn straight.
and I'm just going to see what happens if we do
Iron Hand Gnomes must succeed.
throw, you know, these guys some weapons. Obviously we need to stay out of sight while doing it. Which can be quite difficult to do, considering the scrying eyes, etc, etc. Is there another way? Oh, hang on. I see a ladder up here. I was sort of just wondering whether or not there's potentially another way we can throw these weapons in. Because... oh, hang on. The site is from Wulbren, I think. That's why I'm sort of getting confused. It's a bit difficult to tell. Oh, the warden's here, though. Seems to be talking to Leah.
Roland better be alright.
It's Roland. He's probably holed up somewhere planning to burst in.
I am a busy woman, true soul. What is it?
Okay. I mean, we have quick saved, so... I think now's our chance.
Good work. We're gonna wait until it's quiet and then bust out the back wall. We'll grab the tieflings along the way. We'll need them if it comes to a fight. You, however, are the clincher. Once we move, keep the patrols busy. If the bastards spot us, all of bloody Moonrise will come down on us.
Okay. Yeah, hold in your cell until I return.
Hurry, or we're all dead.
Yeah, I don't know what the right timing is here.
Stone. I feel it. Hollow behind the back wall and beyond. Water.
So,
I'd bet my last copper.
I wonder if we can't
This
just
could be our chance, sir.
come back here and destroy the walls ourselves. I'm curious about this, and there's a book in there as well. Perhaps maybe there's another way in there. Oh, gaseous form. We could maybe try and get through that way, but then
And I'll be right alongside you if it comes to that.
it'd just be like one person though.
Ever.
I don't know how I feel about trying to go through there alone. So, another thing that I wanted to test out is this area here. So I don't know if there's anything special with like jumping into the pit itself, but remember we saw something sort of, you know, talking to itself down there. So I'm kind of curious. Can we do that? Are we gonna die? It doesn't say death, right? I mean, we've quick saved, so here goes nothing. Okay, we've all taken some damage.
The first time.
Is it the same spot? It is. Right. Rescue Zariel's asset from Moonrise Towers. So it is somewhere in this area, but I don't see a way through. Maybe there's another entrance somewhere. Because it's through there somewhere, right? Let me
Let's get going.
do a short rest there. Probably should have done Featherfall.
What's hiding here?
So, the thing with Wulbren, I just don't know what the right timing would be. And if we decided to, let's say, free them, will the entire tower turn hostile already? That much I don't know. But anyway, since we are done with Wulbren, I think it's still okay to continue exploring a little bit more. I just need to be extremely careful about, you know, not stuffing that particular quest up. Camp in the Shadow, Cursed Lands, and that's Punish the Wicked. I think maybe we can go and visit He Who Was.
Certainly wasn't this. Glimmer of hope amidst the darkness.
That's one way of looking at it. You could also say it's a prime target. The one pocket of light in the gloom.
Oh, pragmatism. Thy name is Shadowheart. You're not wrong, though. Best we keep our sojourn here to a minimum.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that's right. Forgot about those things. Oh. Of course. Of course. Oh, I summoned the cat instead. I don't know why the cat doesn't really have a name. I forget what the cat can do. Attract attention of nearby creatures to draw them closer to you. Doesn't seem very good to me.
Don't waste a step.
But I won't be able to summon any more, so we'll keep the cat around for a little bit. There he is. I will also do Speak with Animal at this stage, just in case. Quick save.
The air stirs in trepidation. You have the ledger.
How do you know I have the ledger?
The Raven always knows.
Tell me why you want it first.
To punish a murderer. If that is not enough, leave. I have no time for those lacking commitment.
Here, take it.
We have it. Her lies, her guilt. Madeline reported her friends to a dark justiciar and fled when they were butchered. Well, she flees no more. I will be the conduit for Madeline's spirit. I will force her to face trial, and you will be the judge. Make her beg. Make her suffer.
Let's see what she has to say first.
Careful, for a serpent in life is a serpent in death. Witness.
He said I was gonna be punished. That you'd be the judge. But I didn't mean to hurt anyone.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I said it didn't mean nothing. That Ben and Mark were just drunk and whining. The Dark Justiciar promised she was gonna chat with him. She promised!
If it was drunk complaining, why did you report them?
The Dark Justiciar said to report everything, big or small. She ain't the type you say no to. She gave him a dagger each and told him to press it against their stomachs on the count of 3, to start stabbing and not stop till she said so. She never said stop. I'd do anything to take it back. Anything.
That's really screwed up, but... Look, there's nothing you need to do. This wasn't your fault, I promise. Let's do it.
What I did was wrong, and I won't ever forgive myself. But hearing that just one person doesn't hate me, that one person forgives me, makes the load so much lighter. Thank you.
I don't know if this guy's gonna be pleased.
You were supposed to make her suffer, not forgive her!
You whine more than she did. What happened wasn't her fault. She deserved forgiveness.
That doesn't matter! I seek the guilty, the tormented, the anguished. You have crossed me. And for that, I end your pathetic life!
Okay, here we go. I think, similar to the previous episode, I may actually, well, not the previous, but the one before that. I might end the episode here, because this could take a while, depending on how difficult this fight is. It might not be very difficult at all, but you never know. And yeah, when we come back, we'll deal with He Who Was and his raven, and hopefully that'll be the end of that. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Again, apologies for the very long beginning where we were, you know, doing the leveling up and stuff. Keen to hear your thoughts. We're probably going to be doing some respecking based on some suggestions. But yeah, I'll see what you guys have to say first. Chuck us that like down below if you enjoyed it. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.